All right, what's up? I'm back again. I was just checking out Sunday Wire on 21st Century Wire. Actually, the algorithm just sent me this channel, I guess probably because I watch Boiler Room, and I guess Hesher is on there. So, hold on one second. Subscribe. And also, got another crypto channel for you guys. This channel, BTC Sessions. They're also here with Robert Murphy, I guess. These guys are talking about fiat money is dying and how Bitcoin killed it. I haven't got a chance to check this out yet, but it definitely sounds like an interesting topic. If you guys are interested in something Bitcoin related. Okay, so we're going to get into this Wargame thing. I figure we'll just ask Grok and see what would actually happen, because I don't know what would happen. Maybe Grok knows what would happen. Okay. Dead answer. Answer done. Okay. What would happen if exactly 0 people voted in the U.S. election in I forgot. Was it 24? So 28. It's taking a long time to figure it out. I think it's bugged, boys. Okay. If exactly 0 people voted in the 2028 U.S. presidential election, meaning no ballots cast nationwide, including absentee earlier election day votes, this unprecedented scenario would be treated as a perfect tie at 0 votes among all qualified candidates on the ballot in each state. The U.S. Constitution, Article 2, Section 1, requires states to appoint presidential electors in such manner as the legislature thereof may direct, but it doesn't specify what happens in a zero turnout tie. Since nearly all states allocate electors based on the popular vote winner, typically winner take all, except for in Maine and Nebraska's district-based system, the process would fall back on state-specific laws for resolving ties in elections. There is no uniform federal rule for this, leading to a patchwork of outcomes that could range from orderly resolution to legal chaos, court battles, or even a constitutional crisis. Wow. It's like the major glitch in their entire system. It's not mathematically possible to beat them, huh? Step 1. Handling the tie at the state level. Each state's election officials would certify the results as 0 votes for all candidates, triggering tiebreaker provisions where they exist. Based on analysis of state election codes, here's how ties are generally resolved for presidential popular votes. Drawing lots or random selection. Most common, from 15 to 20 states do that. Winner is chosen randomly, such as by coin toss, drawing names from a hat box. Oh, I would love to see them do that. I would love to see them do that. I would love to see them do drawing names from a hat or a coin toss. This could result in a random party's slate of electors being appointed. Examples: Iowa, names on slips of paper in a box drawn by election officials. But that sounds like votes. Names on slips of paper in a box drawn by officials is votes. We're saying no one votes. Minnesota, drawing lots after any recount. So like playing like for the short straw, drawing lots. Washington, coin toss or name draw. Other states like Florida, South Dakota, and Ohio use similar random methods in related election context, which could apply here. Come on, guys. You really don't want to see them do a coin toss or pull names out of a hat? Come on. Come on. Just one time. Just one time. Just watch them go up there and we're like, we don't like any of you. None of you. We don't want any of you. And they're like, yeah, but we're still going to be in charge. And how we're going to do it is we're going to draw one of our names out of a hat. And whichever one we pull out, he's going to be in charge of you or she's going to be in charge of you for the next 4 years. Legislature decides. 5 to 10 states. The state legislature votes to select the winning candidate or directly appoints the electors. This could favor the party controlling the legislature at the time. Examples: Virginia, Vermont, Mississippi have provisions for legislative selection in ties. So basically, they just pick. Legislative means they pick. Indiana. A special election might be called, but if unresolved, it goes to the legislature, though typically for other offices, presidential could follow suit. Governor decides. They just appoint someone. No explicit provisions. Remaining states. About half the states lack specific statutes for presidential vote ties. In these cases, it could lead to courts intervening to interpret existing laws, state legislature stepping in urgently to pass emergency legislation appointing electors, as the Constitution allows legislatures to override popular vote methods in crises. Oh, so they're allowed to override the popular vote? Wow. When in an emergency, they're allowed to override the popular vote. Failure to appoint electors if unresolved by the federal deadline around mid-December 2028, meaning that the state's electoral votes go uncast. In practice, for a zero-vote scenario, recounts would likely be automatic in close races, though irrelevant here, and lawsuits could delay certification. Parties might argue over whether write-in candidates or disqualified ballot counts, but with literally zero votes, the focus shifts to tiebreakers. Okay, so we can see that they are not ready for that. Right? I mean, Grok was struggling to figure it out. Half of the states don't even have a scenario in place for this to happen. They don't even have a scenario in place. That's how dumb they think you are. They never even thought that you would just say, hey, let's not vote for anyone. To the point where they didn't even make up a scenario. Damn. Step 2, the Electoral College process. By mid-December 2028, appointed electors, up to 538 total, meet in their states to cast votes for president and vice president. If all states resolve ties and appoint electors, the outcome could be bizarre. Random draws might split states unpredictably between major candidates like the Democrats and Republican nominees, or even third-party ones if on the ballot. If some states fail to appoint due to no provision or deadlock, the whole number of electors appointed decreases per the 12th Amendment. For example, if only 400 electors are appointed, a candidate needs only 201 to win a majority. Congress counts the electoral votes on January 6, 2029. Step 3, possible outcomes. A candidate wins a majority of appointed electors. They become president, even if based on random tiebreakers like pulling names out of a hat and flipping coins. Inauguration proceeds on January 20th, 2029. No majority, tie or split. This triggers a contingent election under the 12th Amendment. Hold on, let's find out what the 12th Amendment is. The 12th Amendment to the United States Constitution provides the procedure for electing the president and vice president. It replaced the procedure Article 2, Section 1, Clause 3, under which the Electoral College originally functioned. The amendment was proposed by Congress on December 9, 1803, and was ratified by the requisite 3/4 of state legislatures on June 15, 1804. The new rules took effect for the 1804 presidential election and have governed all subsequent presidential elections. Initially, under the Constitution, each member of the Electoral College cast 2 votes, with no distinction between electoral votes for president or vice president. The presidential candidate receiving the greatest number of votes, provided that the number was at least a majority of electors, was elected president, while the presidential candidate receiving the second most votes was elected vice president. In cases where no individual won the votes of a majority of the electors, as well as in cases where multiple persons won the votes of the majority but tied for the most votes, the House of Representatives would hold up a contingent election to select the president. See, even if you don't vote, they will just put someone in charge of you, right? So where's the democracy in that? Right? If you said, we don't want any of you, none of you are good, we don't believe any of you. What do? They go on stage and pull their name out of a hat or flip a coin and then say, now we're in charge of you. What? You kidding? Like, this is what's going on here, right? They just choose the president. Broader implications. This scenario would expose flaws in the system, likely sparking massive legal challenges, protests, and debates over democracy's collapse due to apathy. It couldn't realistically happen. Election workers and candidates would vote, but hypothetically, it highlights how the U.S. relies on participation and state autonomy. Historical near misses like electoral ties in 1800 or 1824 led to amendments, so this could prompt reforms like national popular vote or automatic runoffs. In short, the government wouldn't be shut down. Fallbacks ensure continuity, but the result would be an undemocratic and chaotic, decided by lotteries, politicians, or courts rather than voters. So even if you don't want any of them, they still put themselves in charge of you. You see what's going on here? You see what's going on here? No? Because I don't see anybody in the chat saying what I'm saying is wrong. Chat's empty. Nobody's saying what I'm saying is wrong. Well, what Grok is saying. I mean, you can check it yourself. So, I'm done. All right. Video over. Have a good day and peace.